Thanks, Jake. Yeah. I mean, that was amazing. How do you follow that? That's incredible. Those facts that Jake's laying down, that's the truth. I'm Dez.
Serene.
Yeah, we have already over 40 million people around the world still slaves. You know, and what we're doing here is heroic. It's nothing short of it. It doesn't matter how many people. It doesn't matter if there's 10 people here. It's heroic. Like they said, like Tara said about the Constitution, wasn't that many people. But the rest of the world doesn't have this freedom right now. And it's unclear if that will ever return. Or when that will, if that is. What we're doing here, the rest of the world doesn't get a chance to do. Doesn't get a chance to open carry. Doesn't get a chance to gather. Doesn't get a chance to decide whether or not they want to take their chances with a mask or not. This is heroic, what we're doing here. Don't let anybody play it down. Don't let the media try to confuse or doubt you. It is absolutely heroic, everything that everyone is doing, just being here. You're voting with your presence. You're voting with your spirit. And you're saying, I'm not going to take it. And that, if you don't at least say that, then you're not saying anything at all. You're voting for the corruption. You're voting for slavery. Unless you're here or somewhere with supporting someone that's stopping it. Get involved. I know right now is an awareness because the media isn't doing that. It isn't going to tell us what's really going on. That's why we know. That's why we're here to support Trump. He knows that. We all know that. And he's never made it more clear than anybody else. It's fake news. They've been lying, and more importantly than lies, they've been keeping what's most important, the knowledge that we need to know to make informed decisions. That's voter interference. That's interfering with elections, and you all know that. Yes. So that's why we're here to support Trump, because we're also fighting for the fight against slavery. Right now, the real slavery, right? We're fighting for a president that's fighting for that. Like Jake said, what we do here, especially in Arizona, because this is one of the biggest spots in the whole country. I don't know if everybody knew that, but everybody knows it now. Here in Arizona, in your backyard, multiple times have I seen somebody say, hey, follow that truck, someone just got kidnapped. I'm sure everybody else here seen and heard that. I've looked over and seen somebody slumped over and somebody looking shady with a big knife. Didn't think anything. I didn't know the signs before. Didn't realize that that's how they transport people. There's signs to know. If you see somebody drugged up like they're not coherent, somebody pushing them around, holding them around. Kind of like Joe Biden. He's a slave too, exactly. He don't get to make up his mind. And everybody who's down at the election center is in the free speech zone, because this whole country is this free speech zone. Notice who wasn't in it. The media. They're not in the speech zone because they're slaves too. Almighty dollar keeps a lot of people from being here and anywhere, and that's the encroachment on our freedom that everybody sees now. So I just wanted to remind everybody, there's plenty of facts. I just wanted to remind you, they're getting our kids online.
They took my kids up north.
It's happening.
Every law enforcement ignored it. I turned in evidence. People's identity, including Air Force recruiter out of Flagstaff. I got shut down. They ignored it. My daughter is up north, and I can't get help.
That's real. That is real.
real.
That's the battle we're really fighting. That's the real battle. This isn't about an election. This isn't just about an election. This is about slavery, and people are being stolen, and no one's doing anything about it.
They tell me I'm crazy.
That's right. They try to tell us, oh, we're crazy, but we're not crazy. We're here, and I'm here to remind you that the human trafficking problem is real. It's here. It's number one. So when you see something, you're probably right. You think something's off, you're probably right. Don't be afraid to take a picture of a license plate. Don't be afraid to go. You see something, you say something. Don't be afraid to go up and take a picture. Get some video. Don't be afraid to call the cops. That's what we're fighting for, the blue, right? Back to blue. So I just want to remind you, what you're doing here is heroic and standing the line. We're holding the line. The world is sending us comments. We're talking with people. We're posting things that are going viral because big tech is shutting you down. They're not letting you know that the whole world is saying, oh my God, what you guys are doing here is amazing. Thank you. Keep fighting. We don't have that choice. We're on lockdown for 23 hours. I don't think anybody wants to go on lockdown for 23 hours here. Anybody? No! So I just want to remind everybody, we're fighting about real slavery. This is real segregation. We just had a veteran walk into a place with a disability, and they would not let him shop. They said, go somewhere else. Go some other place that'll serve you. I'm sure that's what it was like for being a person of color before civil rights. Something this country created, the people created. You walk in there, sorry, we don't serve your kind. Go to another place that will. Because that's what it is when they're telling us that. When you don't want to wear a mask, you don't have to. They're scared, go home. You want a vaccine, go ahead and take it. All of us who don't, that's fine. That's freedom. We're fighting for it right now. I just want to remind you, the slavery is real. We're fighting that too. And you knowing that is a part of the change that it's going to happen. So thank you for being here. I love this country. I love all you. Woo! Thank you.
Yeah, give it up to all the freedom fighters that are here right now today.
Yeah!
This is so humbling seeing everyone show up every single day. More people today than there has been this week, and it's amazing. I love the enthusiasm and the support. We're fighting for freedom, and like everyone else was saying, we're fighting for the freedom of the people that are still enslaved. Everyone thinks that slavery ended. No, slavery didn't end. It was repackaged. There's slavery going on above and below ground. There's a lot going on below ground that we have no idea about right now. That's a fact. Yes.
Wake up and know.
And Trump is the only person who's taking charge and doing something about it.
Hold on, Rooter!
Yes. I cannot wait till he takes down big tech and all of these places that are encouraging pedophilia.
Yeah!
What is that? They're trying to groom our children. They're trying to normalize this. You know, we did a simple Google search, and you know on Google Images you can find child porn? How disgusting. They can censor us when we're talking our opinions about Trump and about being a patriot, but they can't censor that. It's real.
They don't censor Biden.
They don't, yeah, exactly. And he's a pedophile. They support the pedophiles. This is not okay. And that's really what we're standing for. You know, it's incredible seeing everyone here and everyone that brings their children. It just warms my heart to see the future of our world. And it's up to us. It's up to us to teach them what's real and what's true and how to grow up and be an honorable human being.
That's right.
It's up to us because big tech, schools, none of that, they're not doing that for us. They're not doing service to humanity. They're doing us a huge disservice. Yeah.
This community will.
And it's not just sex trafficking. They're harvesting organs. They're doing cheap labor. All these things. It's disgusting. So what are we going to do about it, right? If we can gather here like this for election fraud, we can gather here like this for the children. Am I right?
Yeah! Save America!
So just wanted to remind everyone, even though some of you had to sacrifice going to work or cleaning your house or doing whatever you need to do today, being in the hot sun, it's worth it because we're not only fighting for our freedom, we're fighting for the people's freedom that can't come here and fight for it because they are enslaved.
Yeah!
So just wanted to recognize everybody today for showing up and reminding everyone that we're not only fighting for us, we're fighting for the children and the women and the men who have been trafficked. All right, you guys want to hear a song that we wrote about human trafficking for the children? You guys want to hear? All right.
They have an album.
We're going to do this for you.
Not even going to promote anything because we just want to play the song.
This one just goes out to the children.
For you, Brittany.
Woo!
We know when the bell started ringing, we've woken up from all of the sleeping.